The richest man in investing. Thoughts? Well, we'll tell you about him. It's none other than Warren Buffett. But don't worry, you can be well on your way to becoming rich just like Mr. Buffett. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to EM3 Financial Freedom YouTube channel for more personal finance and investing videos. Warren Edward Buffett, an American investor, philanthropist, and business tycoon, was born on August 30th, 1930. He is the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, a publicly listed company. He is sometimes recognized as the greatest successful investor of the 20th century since he disregarded conventional investment strategies to amass a lifetime personal wealth of more than $60 billion. The extraordinary Warren Buffett built his fortune completely on his initiative, starting with the selling of soda bottles and newspapers when he was a little boy. He currently has a net worth of more than $81 billion at the age of 90. However, a significant chunk of that was accumulated after he turned 50, and $70 billion arrived after he turned 60 and became eligible for Social Security benefits. Having said that, people who attribute all of Buffett's success to his investment knowledge are missing a crucial factor. He's been a fantastic investor for 3/4 of a century, and that's the actual secret to his success. Fewer people would have ever heard of him if he had begun investing in his 30s and retired in his 60s. When Buffett was 10 years old, he started taking his investments seriously. He had a net worth of $1 million, or $9.3 million after inflation, by the time he was 30. What if, though, he had been a more average guy who spent his adolescence traveling and discovering his calling, and who, by the age of 30, had amassed a net worth of, say, $25,000? He rose to become one of the richest people in the world over several decades. Warren Buffett is recognized as one of the world's most successful investors and has acquired billions of dollars via investing because he is so passionate about it. He started his financial profession as a result of developing an early interest in business and investing. He bought his first stock when he was 11 years old while working at his family's grocery store in Omaha, Nebraska. By examining businesses as a whole and evaluating their performance, debt, and profit margins, among other things, Buffett has done well. Additionally, he frequently keeps his high-performing investments for many years. Buffett and a friend spent $25 on an old pinball machine in Buffett's senior year of high school. Buffett set it in a neighboring barber shop as he started to consider the possible profit. He acquired 3 devices in 3 distinct sites in a matter of months. Later on in the year, the company was sold to a military veteran for $1,200. When former classmates reunited, they discovered Buffett was no longer a student at Wharton. He changed schools, enrolling at the University of Nebraska. After college, he was given a job offer from J.C. Penney but declined it. By completing his 3 final classes over the summer, he completed his undergraduate degree in business administration in just 3 years. His total savings now stood at $9,800. Books exist that cover trading methods, sector bets, and economic cycles. The title of the most potent and significant book, however, ought to be Shut Up and Wait. There is a single page featuring a long-term economic growth chart. The application is that most unsuccessful trades, lousy methods, and successful investment endeavors may be caused by compounding's paradoxical nature. People are only doing all they can to maximize their investment returns, and you can't blame them for that. It appears like the finest strategy to become wealthy on the surface. However, smart investment isn't always about obtaining the best returns because they are frequently one-time gains that can't be duplicated. Buffett has always had a fascination with numbers. He excelled at arithmetic, loved collecting and counting bottle caps, and enjoyed using a stopwatch to time marble races to the bathtub drain. Weird game, I know. He would do calculations during church using the birth and death dates of the hymn writers to determine their lifespans. All of this can seem insignificant, but in reality, Buffett was developing his ability to gather data and estimate probability. And if you take the time to study the writings of successful individuals, you'll discover that estimating probability and placing wise bets are essential for building wealth. Some individuals live their entire lives unaware of the incredible potential of compound interest. Buffett picked it up in his adolescence. He came upon a book called 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000 and discovered right away that by compounding $1,000 at only 10% for 25 years, you'll end up with more than $10,800. This led him to adopt a new perspective on time, one in which the present was connected to the future by the magic of compounding. Following this realization, Buffett predicted to his buddies that he would become rich by the age of 35 when he was just 10 years old. Exactly, he accomplished everything by the time he was 32. In one of the book's stories, Buffett is selected to play the cornet during a school ceremony. He is a trumpet player's echo, and everything is going to be fine until the trumpet musician he is emulating plays the incorrect note. Buffett is at that point unable to make a choice. He is unsure of whether to play the correct note and humiliate the trumpet player, or the incorrect note to correctly echo the trumpet player. According to Schroeder, Buffett took away a critical lesson from this. Until the other person plays an incorrect note, it can seem simpler to live as the echo, but only for so long. Buffett used this lesson in his life as an adult. He has amassed a sizable fortune by making contrarian bets, investing significantly at times of fear, selling aggressively during times of greed, and leaving several echoes in his wake. When he was 10 years old, Buffett traveled to Wall Street with his father. He knew for sure after that encounter that he wanted to be wealthy when he grew up. Why? Simply put, freedom. Here is how Buffett explains it. I could become independent if I had money. I may then pursue my goals after that. And working for myself was the thing I wanted to accomplish most. I did not want outside influence. It was vital to me that I could live my life how I wanted to every day. This wisdom is far older than a 10-year-old. Without vanity or ego, this money is acquired for the right reasons. There is nothing more to aim for than time freedom, the ability to work for oneself without having to deal with direct reporting, performance appraisals, or quarterly evaluations. The goal of this game is independence, and when Buffett was young, he understood that money would grant him that freedom. When Buffett was 11 years old, he discovered the value of a good deal. His granddad, he and his companion were shoveling snow. When they were done, they discovered his grandfather was going to give them either a penny or $1, which was not enough, much too little. The significance of understanding the conditions of a trade before entering into one became clear to him at that point. Buffett frequently refers to large transactions that are completed with little more than a handshake in the letters he writes to Berkshire Hathaway stockholders. He talks about conducting long-term business with long-term individuals and dealing with people out of integrity, and that appears to have been the deciding factor. After spending 2 years in New York working for his mentor's investment business, Graham, Buffett returned to Omaha and established his firm, the Buffett Partnership. Buffett founded the business with $100 of his own money and around $105,000 from 7 investors, including his father-in-law, his sister Doris, and his Aunt Alice. In 1962, Buffett made his first investment in Berkshire Hathaway, which was then a New England textile manufacturing company. A year later, he had grown to become the company's largest stakeholder. In 1965, Buffett's partnerships fully took over the management of Berkshire Hathaway, and Buffett appointed a new company president while becoming the chairman. Buffett has given over $37 billion to charity since 2006, yet his entire net worth has increased to nearly $81 billion, ranking him as the 6th wealthiest person in the world, according to Bloomberg. That's all for this video. We'll see you with more exciting content next time. Make sure to like and subscribe. Take care.